In this video, we're going to be talking about the MAGEASY cover. This is an honest review on the MAGEASY case and if it's actually worth it or not. Tony here, where we talk art and design tech. Consider subscribing. The MAGEASY case comes at $69.99 as of the time of this video and is made from a premium vegan leather material. It is stain resistant, it protects the outer edges of the iPad. There are also cutouts for the speakers and for charging. There is a thermal technology built into the MAGEASY cover, and it allows the iPad to be cooler by 1.5 degrees, which is nice. If you're connected to power, you're gonna really see that iPad level up in heat, so it's nice to have something that will bring that heat back down. The MAGEASY case is really made for someone that has a Magic Keyboard or has some type of keyboard case attached to their actual iPad. It's supposed to work very cohesively with that and protect those outer edges, as the Magic Keyboard does not protect the outside of the iPad or the actual Apple Pencil as well. I've tried cases like this in the past, and I'll say I wanted to opt for the white case in the 11-inch, and visually looked great. I noticed when I took it out of the box, it had a little more weight to it, and it felt a little bulkier than I was expecting, but that did not keep it from fastening into the Magic Keyboard around the iPad very seamlessly. When it comes to assembly, you basically snap the iPad right into this case, and it works like a little glove on top of the actual iPad. It secures that Apple Pencil. It also is compatible for pass-through power for the Magic Keyboard, so that you can use that keyboard when you fasten it to the Magic Keyboard as well. Nobody wants their iPad on fire, but there are additional buttons for volume at the very top. This is a good looking cover. I mean, if you have a white Magic Keyboard like this one, it looks so nice with it. It pairs with it visually great. When you take the Magic Keyboard apart from the cover, you have an additional case that protects that Apple Pencil, which is nice because we still don't have that from Apple quite yet. The problems start to arise when you open up this case and when you try to close it. I noticed that it would fall over pretty easily. In the best scenario, a cover like this really is supposed to be very seamless with that Magic Keyboard, but when you open and close it, you really start to remember that it's there, as it falls off very easily. And you have to really open it a special way, and it makes it a little difficult when you're using it on the go. You don't really want to have to worry about your iPad dropping at all. That is something that I found that happened quite frequently with this. I mean, at least once when you're opening it, at least once when you're closing it, it is going to fall off. If you're taking this on the go, because it does add a little bit of an additional bulk, I noticed that it did have to be taken off to be mobile. A device like this, you really want it to stay secured on the iPad at all times, and you want to feel like it's a part of the Magic Keyboard, which is something I felt with similar devices to this. Another thing that I noticed about this case is the smart connectors on the inside that connect to that Magic Keyboard have a tendency after a few minutes to disconnect from that Magic Keyboard completely. So you're using it to pair with the Magic Keyboard, but there's a lot of incompatibility with the pairing, and I noticed that it was happening pretty frequently. So if you're in the middle of typing, for example, and maybe you're not even looking down, and that connection will cut out. So then you have to take the case off and put it back inside the Magic Keyboard for it to work again. And it can just be frustrating. Again, I like tech that feels invisible, and there's some things around this specific piece of tech that you do kind of have to work around it, so that's one thing that I also found. The MAGEASY case also covers the volume buttons, which is pretty standard for cases, it's pretty common. But one thing in particular with these two is it can be hard with those buttons to turn the volume up and down. So you almost have to take the iPad out of the case to have that volume back, or just opt to not even worry about using it as a video device. And aesthetically, it looks great. Like visually, this case looks amazing, but when it comes to using it and using those volume buttons, for example, it kind of falls apart. So you're not able to turn the volume up and down when it's in the case. when it's also mounted to that Magic Keyboard. So when you have it connected, you kind of have to opt out of, even listening to music can be a little bit difficult because you don't have access to those volume buttons. Now you can touch the screen, of course, so you do have that available, but if you're wanting to use the volume at the top and bottom of the iPad, which some people do, it's just a reflex, just know that it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you there. So you're going to have to opt to use the screen instead. Overall, great looking case, but when it comes to functionality and it being cohesive with my workflow, probably not the best for what I need it for. I think this is really better for a casual user. Maybe you use the iPad every now and then if you're using it for work or you're using it to take notes consistently. You're going to see that frustration with that Magic Keyboard as well as that volume button and even it falling out of the Magic Keyboard case. So put it below in the comments. Is this something that you would try, and have you tried this before? Let me know. See you guys in the next video. Peace.